Irrigation. Irrigation is the artificial application of water to partially meet the crop evapotranspiration requirement. Irrigation methods. 1. Surface irrigation. Most common method of irrigation in India. It includes following methods. A. Flood irrigation. Water is applied to the crop by flooding it on the soil surface. This method is practiced where irrigation water is abundant. Mostly adopted in wetland rice. Useful in uniform surface soils with good water holding capacity. B. Check basin. Most common among surface methods, suitable for close growing crops e.g. wheat, groundnut, pearl millet, etc. It consists in running water into relatively level basins surrounded by small ridges. Field with slope up to 3% can be irrigated by using this method. A limitation of this method is that it has too many ridges which occupy large area of land and require too much labor to form beds. C. Ring basin. Suitable for fruit crops. D. Border strip method. In this method the field is divided into number of strips, which are separated by ridges. Soils with a slope of 0.5-1% are suitable for this method. Suitable for all close growing crops on medium to heavy texture soils. But not suitable for sandy soil. A. Furrow method. This method is generally used to irrigate row crops and vegetables and is suited to soils in which infiltration rates are between 0.5-2.5 cm per hour. It is ideal for slopes varying from 0.2-0.5% and a stream size of 1 to 1 per second. The length of furrows may vary from 30 meters for sandy soils at lesser slope to 300 meters for heavy soils at greater slope. Furrow irrigation is suitable to most type of soils except sands that have a very high infiltration rate. Furrows are mostly suitable for root and tuber crops. F. Corrugation. Small and shallow furrow are known as corrugation, suitable for close growing crops like wheat, groundnut, etc. G. Surge irrigation. The term, surge irrigation, is the intermittent application of water to the field surface under gravity flow which results in a series of on and off modes of constant or variable time span. This process of on-off water supply and cut-off results in minimized deep percolation and runoff losses, hardly exceeding 20%. Not popular in India. H. Cab ligation. It's an automatic method of surface irrigation. 2. Subsurface or subsoil irrigation system. Water is applied into a series of field ditches through underground pipelines, generally followed in Western countries. This method is practiced in Kerala for coconut garden and in Gujarat and Kashmir on sandy loam soils for vegetables. Drip system can be used in subsurface method. 3. Sprinklers. Water is applied with pressure to the surface of any crop or soil in the form of a thin spray, somewhat resembling rainfall. This system consists of sprinkler heads or nozzles, which are mounted on risers in lateral lines taken from main line, which is further connected to a pumping unit. The rate of spray of water can be regulated and natural rainfall can be simulated. Sprinkler irrigation can be used for almost all crops, except rice and jute, and on most soils, except heavy clay soils. It is especially suited for fields with steep slopes or irregular topography. Advantages of sprinkler irrigation. Suitable for undulating topography and sandy soils. Saving of water from 25 to 50% for different crops. Discharge rate is more than 1000 lit per hour. Sprinkler pressure 2.5-4.5 kilograms per square centimeter. Water use efficiency can be as high as 60%, much higher to surface method of irrigation. Increase 40% in irrigated area with same amount of water as compared with surface method of irrigation. About 40 to 60% saving in labor compared with surface. It can be used to protect crops against frost and high temperatures. 4. Drip irrigation. Introduced from Israel. Drip or trickle irrigation is one of the latest methods of irrigation which is becoming increasingly popular in areas with water scarcity and salt problems. This irrigation is defined as the precise but slow application of water as discrete drops or continuous drops through mechanical devices, called emitters, located at selected points along water delivering lines. This system involves the slow application of water, drop by drop, to the root zone of a crop. In this method, water is used very economically, since losses due to deep percolation and surface evaporation are reducing to the minimum. Drip irrigation is best suited in water scarcity area where water quality is marginal, topography is undulating or steep, soil depth is restricted, labor is expensive, and crop value is high. Advantages of drip irrigation. Suitable for water scarcity area, water saving 50 to 70% as compared to surface. Irrigation efficiency about 90% compared to surface method. Fertilizer or other chemical amendment can be efficiently applied to individual or separate plants. Discharge rate of water per dripper is generally 1 to 8 lit per hour. At 1.5-2.5 kg per square centimeter pressure. Fertilizer, fertigation, and herbicides, herbigation, also possible to apply with drip through venture. Most suitable for widely spaced crops, orchard trees, and in greenhouses, protected cultivation of vegetables and flowers. 5. Typhoon system of drip irrigation. In sugarcane modified drip, in this method a particular water depth maintained at a particular growth stage.